What's up guys, Stitch Productions here, coming at you guys with another custom figure showcase, and today we'll be looking at my latest figure I painted, the MonsterousMind's Trespasser. Now here's the figure itself. You guys probably know him as the Godzilla Amhuluk, and this figure is very nice and is the second Godzilla figure I've ever customized. And I feel like I did a pretty good job, to be honest. I definitely feel very proud of it, and it did take a lot of work, but I am satisfied with how I did a lot of his paint. But let's talk about what paint I used first. So the first things first, I used some Tamiya primer, and then I primarily used a mixture of these two paints to make the body. Some metallic pink paint from this brand. I also used this blue for all over the body. I ran out of the pink. So yeah, and then for the remaining, I used this yellow for the eyes. But aside from that, let's take a look at the figure, shall we? So this figure is Amhuluk. He is from the Godzilla Dominion comic. He basically came to Brazil to start a fight with Behemoth and beat him, but then Godzilla had to step in to show him who's boss, and he actually bowed to Godzilla, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this character is a MonsterVerse original monster, isn't a previously existing Toho monster, and I gotta say, it's a really cool design. Originally, when I wanted to make this figure, I was planning to get a Marvel Legends Swamp Thing and like mod it out to be this guy. But the fact that MonsterousMind had this figure in mind and made it is just amazing, and I'm really happy with this figure. The figure itself is mostly resin printed all over the body, but the head is actually made of a flexible rubber where it can move a little bit. Wouldn't recommend manhandling the whole figure, just because this is custom made and you don't want to accidentally break anything and all that, but considering I painted it and the amount of taking apart and moving things around I had to do, worked out pretty well. For the posability, head can move left and right. Doesn't really have too much neck posability just because it is on some tight joints. The arms can move like that, can move all around. Again, everything I'd recommend being cautious with articulation. Arm can move down that much and up that much. You're able to remove his hands, and he does come with alternate hands. Again, I'll get into that later. Waist can move a little bit left, a little bit right. The legs are probably my biggest negative, but I understand why they're like this. They need to be easy to put on for painting and all that. However, these like to fall off, so I just used a little bit of super glue to keep them in place, but has a little bit of waist posability right here. The legs can pose that much and go inwards that much. Each leg is able to do that, but like I said, be cautious because the legs love to pop out. That might be an issue with just my copy, but again, caution to everyone. But yeah, very simple posability. I'm not really expecting to do much action poses with this guy, so yeah, I plan to use this guy in future stop motions. As for the accessories, let me show you. So first things first, he comes with the horn of Behemoth. I don't have a Behemoth figure yet, so I didn't paint this. I want to paint it once I know what colors I'm going to use and all that, but this is a cool accessory considering he beat him. And he does come with 2 extra pairs of hands, that being some closed fists that can attach like so. Oh, maybe I put on the wrong one. There we go. Can go on like so, or these more open, I like to imagine them as kind of like root hands that become like long vines or some kind of attacking position. But yeah, this figure is super nice, and I'm happy to have made a custom of him. But let's go on to the size comparisons and my final thoughts on this figure, shall we? For size comparisons, here we have MonsterousMind's Trespasser with Hayatoy's Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Kong, SH Monster Arts Gigan, Rizcan Custom Toys Titanosaurus, and another MonsterousMind's figure, his Tiamat. So what are my final thoughts on this figure? Well, I highly recommend it. Now, it's not as posable as MonsterousMind's Tiamat figures. I mean, this design is very bulky, has 4 legs, and is a pretty large character. But it is extremely user-friendly to paint. I feel like this is probably one of the easiest figures you can paint. It is fun. This only took me about a day to paint, along with drying, priming, all that stuff. So this was a delight to paint, and I highly recommend you guys pick it up. If you guys are interested in picking one up for yourself, I'll leave the link to MonsterousMind's Instagram in the link description in the comment section below, where you can reach out to him and see if he has any available. He will be dropping some more of these figures today for sale, so if you are interested in getting them, then I highly recommend you guys reach out to him, and I highly recommend this figure. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.